The Pampered Girl. In a certain village there lived a beautiful girl. She was the only child of her mother and father, and she was very pampered. Her mother did all the housework, cleaning and cooking, while the girl just wandered here and there, never lifting a finger to help. Suitors began coming from all over to ask for her hand in marriage. To every one of them her mother would say, "Our girl is not used to working. She is pampered." As soon as they heard this, the suitors would leave. One day an old man arrived and said, "I heard you have a beautiful daughter. I have come to take her as a daughter-in-law." The mother gave him the same answer. "Our girl is very pampered. She doesn't know how to do any work." "That is fine," the old man replied. "In our house, no one forces anyone to work. Whoever wants to work works. Whoever doesn't want to, they just sit there." A week or two later, the wedding was held. The old man had 3 sons and 2 other daughters-in-law. The day after the wedding, everyone set to work. The bride sat dressed in her fine clothes and did nothing. When it was time for lunch, they gathered at the table. The bride sat to the side, waiting to be invited. The other daughters-in-law brought out the meal. They placed a large loaf of bread before the father-in-law. He took the bread and broke it into as many pieces as there were people working at the table. "And for the bride?" asked the mother-in-law. "She isn't hungry," the old man replied. "When a person doesn't work, they don't get hungry." In the afternoon, everyone returned to their chores. The bride sat and still didn't touch a thing. They gathered for dinner, and again a loaf of bread was placed before the father-in-law. He broke it into pieces for everyone except the bride. "What about the bride?" the mother-in-law asked. "She isn't hungry," the old man answered. "He who does not work does not get hungry." They ate their dinner, talked about what work they would do the next day, and then went to bed and fell asleep. The bride went to bed too, but can hungry eyes stay closed? She could hardly wait for dawn. She got up quietly, washed her face, milked the cows, and let out the calves. When the others woke up and saw what the bride had done, they looked at each other and smiled. At lunch, the bride set the table and sat down with the others. The old man broke the bread, handed the largest piece to the bride, and said, "You, daughter-in-law, worked the hardest of all today. Here is your piece of the bread." A week or 2 passed. The bride stayed busy all day long. In the 3rd week, her mother and father came to visit. The family saw them coming and went out into the yard to greet them. The bride ran out first. She opened the gates and shouted quickly, "Mother, father, get down from the wagon quickly and get to work. It's not like it is at our house. Here, if you don't work, you will not get food.